Okay, so I needed a little bit of motivation. If you guys are ever in Maryland, look for Baltimore Coffee and Tea. Okay, guys, welcome to day 2 of prepping the basement to become my plant shop. I put this other rack over there together yesterday. So now I'm unboxing another one. Okay, so I think I figured out what was going on here. Wait a minute. Something's not lined up properly or evenly. Okay. Handy dandy lead wire. Am I using it the right way? Maybe not. I debated whether to get another bag of my DIY gravel I like, because now that's growing on me. I like the colors. And I don't add, what Choose Upon has slow release, guys. I don't add the slow release because you can overdo it. And my first attempt at making homemade pon, I think I did that. Plants did not do well. A little overzealous with the slow release. And I tend to like to use my own nutrient water when I water. Okay. I don't know what that's going to sound like on the camera. Hopefully not too bad. Okay. Here we go. All right. So gently place some so that these things don't pop off. Feel them kind of fall into place. This one's being a little rebel. Lost that one, but hopefully this will do. Hey guys, I'm about to pack up a box of plants. 2 little plants. One was purchased, this one, by another creator. Thank you for the support. She went on and ordered a plant, and I like to, when possible, and if I have available, to add an extra plant or cuttings, whatever I might have. And I happen to have this Rosita that was potted up a little while ago, and yeah, she's familiar with Hoya and Pond, so she'll grow this out to a nice full plant. I just thought I'd add it. And yeah, so I just thought maybe you might want to watch and see how I do this. Let's see, I have my little rolling cart here full of stuff. I have the necessities nearby, and then I have another cart really for the shipping part, where I weigh the plants out and box them up, print the labels, whatever is needed. So I'm just trying to get organized with all this stuff. Eventually I hope to have this all downstairs in the basement in the so-called plant shop. Now this plant, it has drainage holes. I prefer no drainage holes, but because some of the people who bought, they're not that familiar, first of all, with pond or with no drainage. So I've been trying to use the ones with the holes for the propagation, so that they're at least comfortable with their usual watering habit. And some stick with the pond, some venture away from it, whatever. I mean, it's your plant once you order it. I just, so far, I'm most comfortable with propagating in fluval and pond. Like this one here, I wanted to show. This one here is darker than usual because I did it accidentally at first, but I had some pond that I was reusing, so I cleaned it up, and there happened to be some fluval stratum as well that got mixed in. So I said, you know, that's not a bad idea because it might hold on to a little bit moisture, more moisture. Not that pond doesn't, but because I'm propagating many plants, I'm trying to find the best way to maintain that moisture level, and also, you know, grow the plants. There's lots of them, plus my own collection, which I'm gradually trying to downsize my collection. Not the Hoyas, but my other plants. There are some easygoing plants that I will not get rid of because they're just so easy. My pothos, you know, those type of plants. And look at this cute little leaf right here. It's growing in. I didn't want to damage it. There's another tiny one right next to it. I don't know if you'll be able to see that right there, but sometimes in transit you will lose some of the new leaves, sometimes a new stem. I wouldn't fret or worry about it with Hoyas. They'll just shoot out another one. So, I mean, you know, this is a Hoya sunrise, if I didn't say, and it's been propagating. It has roots. It's been doing good, getting a little sun stressing from the lights. I leave the lights on a very long time. So I'm just trying to seal up the top a little bit, and I'll tape it so that hopefully you won't have a box full of pond when you get it. It can happen, you know, these things get tossed around, but I'll show you how I try to secure everything in here. So when you get a plant from me, just carefully undo the tape. I'm not using the regular shipping tape anymore. Up top, I'm trying to use like this painter's tape or whatever. It's just easier to get off. And so just be careful, because these are new propagations if you happen to buy a plant from me when unboxing it. I love seeing a couple of you have been kind enough to show off the plants, some unboxings as well. Yeah, it's always fun to see that. Thank you for doing that. Hopefully you never unbox it to find a disaster. One thing and one reason why you see on my shop is mainly Hoya. You might see some Dischidia every now and then, Dischidia, because it's very much like Hoya. I just, from being a customer for years, I have noticed that they handle the travel really well. Not to say that there weren't situations where I received melted plants, yeah. The heat scares me more than the cooler weather with Hoya. Sometimes in the summertime, you don't know where they end up sitting, how much heat they're exposed to. They're already warm in the box, and then the outside temperature added to that. You just don't know if they'll survive. Now with this, you're gonna see, I like to put, first of all, two reasons. I like to put a little cotton or something up top to absorb any excess moisture, as well as keep the substrate contained. I really want to do one across here. I'm just worried about this cute little leaf here. Just, I don't know that you can see it, but anyway, this used to take me really long. I'm getting a little faster, not to say that I'm fast. I was just watching Lex, Plant Life Lex. She has really cool live, usually on Sundays, as she's packing her orders. So I highly recommend that. It might give you the confidence to order plants online, to see. Now, I've been studying her style, and just when ordering plants, I see how different people ship and what they do. And it's like you just kind of live and learn. As you receive your plants, look at how they've boxed them up, how they looked on arrival, how long they took in transit, you know. It's all a learning process. I'm not anybody's expert, never will claim that title. I just try to do my best. And so far we've been good. Anyway, I'll speed this up, guys. I know it's like tedious, but I just wanted to show you some of the things I do to try to keep that contained. Now, both these were recently watered. I try to let them drain out a bit so that they're not shipping with the fluctuation in temperatures these days. Like right now, it's like beautiful out. I want to say maybe high 70s here, maybe, because there's a nice breeze coming in from outside. But at night, we're dropping like to the 40s, maybe high 30s a few nights here and there. So I'm being very generous with this because I don't want the plant to get damaged from too much condensation building up in the package. I haven't started, well, I'm starting to offer insulation, but honestly, I don't think we'll need it right now. Depends where it's going, of course. That's extra charge. It's very expensive. Insulation, heat packs. I have an order of heat packs coming that should last me a good while, I'm hoping. It was a hefty price, so I have to add an additional charge for those type of things as an add-on when you order. But honestly, I haven't, it's just starting, the weather's starting to change, so I haven't really had any problems yet. I'm worried about one plant that's been in transit longer than I expected it to be. It's a new plant. It's in its little self-watering pot, but I empty the pot out. I don't send it out like that with water. Of course not. That would be a mess. But yeah, I try to send it so it's kind of dry when it leaves here. Counting on just a couple of days and hopefully that person getting it. Here's the other plant. See, I found this tape is kinder. I watched someone do an unboxing of my first few plants I sent out, and I had a bunch of this tape going around, and it was just a lot of stuff. And, it was quite interesting watching her patiently try to get the tape off. They've been rooting for a while, more than almost. This one is a month and a half, and that's just, this has been since 7/24, and it's rooted in here nicely, nice and firm. Sunrise, Hoya Sunrise seems to root up pretty quickly for me. They've been in propagation boxes, but initially I wasn't putting the covers on. I just, I let it sit because the room was so humid, but these last few days the humidity has dropped, sometimes below 40 in that room. So I have been closing the lids to keep all that humidity inside. All right, so I'm gonna get a little quiet now, guys, so I'll speed this up as needed, but I need to focus. So I try to use as snug a box as possible, right? So that these aren't tossed around too much inside the box. Just FYI. So I'm gonna cut this in half because I save this when I get packages. I try not to toss these things out and reuse them. I have a whole roll of this stuff that I ordered, but I really have to get that one. And this is a little thicker, so I like it. I have a feel like it might be a little thinner than this. I don't know, maybe it's okay. I don't even think I'll need the full length of this, but we'll just see. I hope Lex watches this. She'll get a good kick out of me trying to copy her style. She's been great. If any of you guys are considering selling, doing some online selling of plants, just go for it, guys. I wish I had started this sooner. But I've been watching her. She has a great channel teaching you how to have a home-based business, plant business, and she takes you through it. She has so many tips. You try to watch the lives as much as possible because there's always some tips she's giving you that's going to help you. And you can ask questions during the live, which is great. While she's boxing up stuff, you can ask questions, and it's great.
She has a successful little business going on for a few years now. Not everybody's willing to give you tips and information like that, you know. But she's very good about that. So I highly recommend checking it out, even if you're just curious to see how people box up your things. Well, because a lot of people are afraid to order plants online. Well, a few of my friends were like, "You order plants in the mail?" And I was like, "Heck yeah." Okay, I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to end up cutting this part. I really don't need all that. I'm being very skimpy here, trying to save some for future plants. I will say it's a lot easier to do the small plants than those bigger ones. I sold a few of my more mature plants to folks, and it was a trick, especially when you're talking about a trellis. And let's see, this is still going to have to be cut because I want it to fit in here, but I don't want to take up too much room. I should be able to fit both of them in there, and they're going to be nice and secure. This is going to Missouri, so I want to make sure it's secure. It doesn't matter if it's going right to DC or Maryland. You always want to pack your stuff so that it's nice and secure. All right, so see how snug that is? So now this one, it might be too wide, I don't know. I'll try, let's see if we can make it fit. Okay, in there. I'm gonna put fluff, I'm just trying to see if I can do it this way. I'm gonna do it the other way. I don't know. I'm gonna try, we'll see. We'll see. So I had a very busy week. I was off trying to get a little decluttered down in the basement there. A little because there's so much more still to do. And as I told you guys before, that's where the plant shop is going to be. And so we had to get rid of stuff. There was a bulk trash pickup coming. It was actually yesterday, so I had the week off. And I timed it that way because I knew that was coming. We do that twice a year here in my neighborhood, and that's really helpful for getting rid of junk things, you know, so you don't have to make a trip to the dump. But yeah, so I made some space. The basement plant shop is coming together. All right, this might go. It's just barely closing, but it's gonna be snug as everything. We're getting a rug in there, so I'm not worried about that. This one, a little squeeze, and I'll go all the way around. But I want to cut this down so you can see where the plant is. Gotta be a little bit more fluff. The tape keeps it fixed in place so that it's not flopping around in here. You can figure that out, but short fits. If there's a little space, I'll just add some either paper or sorry. I'll try to bring it close so you can see. Oh, we're gonna have nothing camera. Alright, so there we go. Nice snugly fit. Hey, look at that. Perfect fit. Okay. So I don't want to close this up yet. Yeah, it's gonna close, so this worked out really well. Alright. So everybody loves stickers. So I try to throw a couple of stickers in there. There you go. Little stickers. Put a smile on the person's face, hopefully. And then I like to sign a little thank you card for the business.
So I don't want you to see what I'm writing because I'm trying to keep it private. I don't know if they want to share the purchase. They can do that on their channel if they choose to. Hold on one sec. I'll be right back. Okay. So instead of leaving these in the box, I'm going to put them in here. Just so they don't, the box was to get wet or something. You know, they won't get wet. Okay, so I think I have everything in here that I wanted to put in here. I'm hoping by the time this video airs that she would have gotten her plan already. As I said, she is a creator as well, and she watches, so I still want her to have that excitement, you know, you get when you have a plant delivered to you. There we go. Now, you measure, the next step is to measure the box. I forget the measurements. You think I would know. I ordered a whole box of these from, I think, Amazon. There are several places you can order from. Give me a second. Let me get my tape measure. 6. So it's 8 by 6 by 3. I can't believe I don't remember that. 8 by 6 by 3. And I write that because when I do the click and ship, you have to put all this information in there. The size of the box, the weight of the box, and the information. And then I can print the labels right here. Be right back. One more thing. Okay, I had to step away just to weigh the so that's just for me. So when I go into the click and ship, I'll remember all that. And then you have stickers. I do this just hoping. So far, I think they've been pretty good, but you never know what happens. I don't think people deliberately try to toss your stuff around, but when they're working, they're caught up, you know, in what they're doing. The cat is making some strange noises. So sometimes this might not be a good idea. I don't know. I'm using these because I had ordered them before I started shipping. But someone advised that maybe you shouldn't do that because you're telling people what's in here. But I mean, this is not a rare plant. They're not rare plants. So I just hope that maybe somebody has a heart when they see that and they do not, you know, kick it across the room or anything. I haven't had any issues so far, thankfully. But I've received boxes at times that had been through it. You could tell when it showed up. All right, so that's pretty much how I do that. And now I'm just gonna print her label, put it on there and sit it by the front door. And I take these out with me. If I'm working, I just try to drop them off at the closest post office I can, so that it gets there as soon as possible, gets in the system and starts moving. And yeah, so that is how I box up my plants. Yeah, I'll show you every now and then when I'm trying to box things up. I was going to show you this one, but you get the gist of it.
what's involved. If you're interested, please do support on Palmstreet at Mo Plant Therapy. Mo is me. Plant Therapy. I couldn't use Plant Therapy because there are several people using that name on Palmstreet, and at the time I just used my Instagram name, which you can find me there. I don't post that much on Instagram, but every now and then I might post some pictures or what I'm selling, just so you can see what's available. I've been going at a nice little slow pace, steady pace. If you're following me and interested, check weekly, because I just, randomly post things as they're, propagating here, and I'm trying to find that balance between my full-time job, my family, and my little side hustle. So yeah, I'm feeling much more relaxed about it all. So yeah, I have a nice little rhythm going now. We'll see with winter time, it should slow down, I would imagine, especially around the holidays, which would be okay by me because the stress of worrying about a plant that's in transit, I still get stressed about that. I mean, I should know better that, there's nothing I can do about it, but I still feel like I'm shipping off my little babies all by themselves out there in the wild until the other person gets them. And then when they take pictures, which is very helpful to me, guys, I do appreciate all of you who have done that. Take a picture, show me what you got, how it looks, because that's teaching me my methods of packing and shipping are working. I can feel more confident about sending these things out. So yeah, this is nice and snug. I didn't need to put any extra stuff in there, padding or anything. So I think they'll be super snug and happy, hopefully, on arrival. And yeah, that's it.
Look at that color. So pretty. Decided to take a shot on the other side with the sun behind it. Look how pretty that is. The leaves are dropping fast this year. Such a beautiful day. Look at the sky.